Singapore is made up of three ethnic groups: Chinese, Malay, and Indian. There's a large separation between the Singaporeans and the foreign workers. The foreign workers are 15% of the workforce. They do all the labor here in Singapore, yet living separately from society in dormitories that hold thousands of men. Growing up here, the Singaporean has a collective consciousness of the foreign workers, yet they have no engagement with them. They have no contact at all. There's no infrastructure for contact. My name is Joan Kelly, and I've been teaching here in Singapore at the university level for 14 years. I've been painting the foreign workers on and off for many, many years. It's a certain kind of looking where I'm scanning their features over and over again. This is a very intense looking at each other. We might be very silent. We might be very quiet together, and it's just between the two of us. So, as one of the painting assignments, we're going to hold the painting class inside the dormitory that holds 7,000 men. And each student will paint a portrait of one of the men. And the portrait at the end will be given to the men. When we went there, we set up. I saw smiles. I saw them laughing. There was one of the men who told the students he was an artist, and he went around offering help to each one of the students. To my surprise, I thought some of the students did their best work, and I think it was because of the personal engagement. It was just between the two of them. They could sit close, look into each other's eyes. They had autonomy over the whole situation. The eyes and the features in the painting were described on that very intimate level. There's a real intensity about these portraits. They showed more personal character. All of my artwork is about creating relationships between people, finding those points from where we can relate and then focusing on those. And then I try to bring that into the classroom. I think the art class is the perfect place to facilitate making connections between people and bringing that into the classroom. My role here is that of a mentor. I'm trying to facilitate an experience for my students so that there is the opportunity for my students to change their perspective through their own experience. I'm really hoping this will broaden their experience of our shared humanity. I saw my students interacting in a way that they had never experienced before. So I'm hoping that that window that we have opened here that came from them is a catalyst and can be a catalyst for change in the future, where we share our lives together differently and we share the spaces we live in. Besides the workers and my students having this experience together, there's also this painting, the object itself. It's an artifact that will always be here. It embodies that shared experience we had, and I'm hoping that it'll always be remembered by the two of them.
Every day I talk to her 2 times.
2 times, wow.
The holiday, if I have time, maybe 4 times, 6 times.
4 times, 6 times you
If
call.
I have time, because today I have class.
For
morning.
15 years you've been doing that. Wow. Wow.
Need to communication because she also hardworking.
Yeah.
Hardworking.
Right.
Take care of my 2 kids.
Exactly.
Take care of the home.
Wow.
Same like me. Every morning wake up, need to go the company, do the company job. She also wake up, take care, bring the children in the school, come back, cooking, house, maintain, everything. Same, can say hard working. Then my target first, my target is I working only the 2 years. After the 2 years, I want to go back. No need continue. But after 2 years, I continue already. Continue until today. So because the family going to bigger and bigger. When I come in Singapore, my kids is the 2 years old. Then now he has a bigger already, go to school, study, spend money. My second son also go to school, study, spend money, family. Everything is the supporting money. Then I have 2 younger brothers because my father, mother don't have. Passed away already long time when I am the kids. Then I need to support also my 2 younger brothers. That's why everything I need to maintain. So maintain, if I working in my country, money cannot cover.
Right.
That's why we come in Singapore. Singapore is a very good country for me. Then my job also can say very good. Very good. My designation is the supervisor for piping. So salary can enough for me. I can maintain my family. So company also support me. Very good support.
Today is like they were advising us on like relationships, like who we should get married to, like if we need a partner, like they'll help us find. So it's like there's actually no barriers, just the barriers that we put up. Yeah. Like I realize a lot of them appreciate the very like little things, like just getting painted. They were really very excited to get painted, and a lot of them like were crowding around like as if it was like some big event. And I also realized like a lot of them have skills that we didn't expect them to have. Like they would know like which part of the painting needs to be darker, like which part needs to add like the beard and stuff. Yeah, and they really have like a lot of opinions and they think a lot also.
So I think if you're talking about like Indian construction workers, I don't really get in contact with them much. I think this is the first time today like I've got immersed into like the culture and the community. I think in a sense it's good because it kind of like shows you a different side of society that maybe previously I've never seen. Because you know they tend to be very much marginalized. So today it's kind of like it's a good thing that I'm able to see that part, and it brings about a change in terms of like my mindset when I come to like dealing with foreigners, especially foreigners of this context, because now I realize, oh, they're actually very friendly, right? And maybe previously that I had my guard up, whereas now it's more of like, okay, I understand them, you know, they're actually like nice people, and the community is actually very welcoming.
To interact with someone from an even more different background was completely new for me. So, and I went in there pretty worried because I didn't know whether they would have the ability to converse with me, or will it be awkward because of a lack of common language and common ground. When you venture out, there's different people of all different races, backgrounds, and I think it's up to us to have to walk out of this personal bubble, or else we'll always be constrained, and it will be quite an unfair way to view and treat other people if we were to just live within our own bubbles.